YouTube, what's good, man? What's good? It's been a minute since I did a video, bro. Not gonna lie to y'all boys. Been taking a few days off. Shit just been needing to set in and register with me, you know what I'm saying? Life just been going on. I've been making mistakes and I've been learning. And everything just been everything, but I think the moral of the story today is that old you gotta die, bro. You gotta literally kill. You have to kill that old version of yourself. That version of yourself that still got a little bit of hoe in them. That version of yourself that still got a little bit of that bitch in them. And I said I wasn't gonna curse, but I gotta be 100% transparent on this video and on this message. That version of yourself that still complain. That version of yourself that don't know how to let go and is clinging on to the past so much. That version of yourself that super emotional, throwing tantrums. The version of yourself that's complaining about your circumstances instead of realizing that you got all the power and opportunity to change them. That version of yourself, it has to die. I don't care how it has to die. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you burn it up in a flame. I don't care if you shoot it, suffocate it, poison it. However, a homicide must be committed. You have to kill that old version of yourself. It has to die immediately. We're going into a new year, and that version of yourself, it can't come with you. It can't come with you. That version of yourself, it must be extinct and exterminated. See, that version of yourself is not gonna allow you to reach your full potential. That version of yourself is not gonna allow you to understand your purpose. It's not gonna allow you to walk that walk that needs to be walked so that you can get to your ultimate destination that God got for you. Because it's too busy in its own problems. It's too comfortable in its own problems. But see, when you kill that bitch in you, when you kill that hoe in you, when you kill that old version of yourself, you realize there are no problems. There's just ample amount of opportunity to create solutions. That's all it is. That's it. We gotta really understand that it's time to move forward. It's time to man up. It's time to become an adult. That version of you that still got that boy in them, that version of you that still got them childish ways. If you're a woman watching me, the same thing applies to you. But the version of yourself that still got those childish ways, the version of yourself that still indulges in those toxic behaviors, still indulges in those childish habits that's not serving you or not getting you anywhere. Version of yourself that's still entertaining things that you know drain your energy and is not serving you or pouring into you. That version of yourself has to die. It has to, it must die. The version of yourself that's mad at God because he's asking you to do something. The version of yourself that can't deny your flesh. The version of yourself that hear the Holy Spirit convicting them and you're still choosing to do what you want to do regardless of the fact. It has to die. You have to kill that version of yourself. The version of yourself that feels like it's time to evolve. The version of yourself that feels like it's time to elevate. But you won't take the necessary steps because you're too busy indulging in your pleasures. That version of yourself, it has to die. See, right now it's a real pivotal time where you gotta make the choice. You can't do it alone. Now you need God with you on this too. You can't just do it off of sheer willpower. However, you have to make the conscious choice to evolve. You have to make the conscious choice to grow. You have to make the conscious choice to shed your old skin. We have to make the conscious choice right here to become someone new. We have to make the conscious choice to leave our old selves behind because it's no longer serving us. We want to get to that version of ourselves that regardless of how we feel, we gonna do what we need to do regardless. We gotta get to that version of ourselves that regardless of how comfortable we are, we don't want to seek comfort. We want to do the things that makes us uncomfortable. We want to do the things that we know will cause us a little bit of pain right now in the temporary so that in the permanent we'll be flourishing forever. We want to become that version of ourselves that's disciplined. We want to become that version of ourselves that has boundaries. We want to become the version of ourselves that has standards and we live by them and we abide by them and we don't break or bend on them for no person, no event, no thing, nothing. We want to become that version of ourselves that has self-love, the version of ourselves that respects ourselves, the version of ourselves that's empathetic and compassionate with ourselves without being overly emotional. We want to become that version of ourselves that we think about day in and day out, but we too lazy, too scared, too fearful, too doubtful to really get up and do the work that it takes. That's the version of ourselves that we really want to become, right? We gotta kill that old version of ourselves that's not doing anything for us. It must die. It must die. We can't keep clinging on to the past and holding on to the past and hoping that things will be different. We can't keep hoping that if I stay in this situation long enough, if I stay in this place long enough, that circumstances will change. We can't keep hoping that, or we can't keep thinking that we keep continuously doing the same things over and over. Keep on entertaining the same toxic thought patterns. Keep on entertaining and keep on letting our body go through the same stress responses, being addicted to our depression, being addicted to our anxiety. The chemical that our body so longingly desires. That version of myself that likes being depressed, or likes being stressed out, or likes being sad and upset. The version of ourselves that kind of is addicted to complaining and being sad. We gotta kill that version of ourselves. And you know what I'm talking about. You know. Stop acting like you don't know. Because see, the thing is, it takes energy and it takes effort to choose to get up and attack the day, attack the night, and just attack the present moment. It takes energy to do that. It's so much easier to do what we're used to doing. We're used to complaining, we're used to being sad, we're used to looking at all our problems and being okay and being content with magnifying them and catastrophizing them, because that's easy to do. But it's hard to get up and say, you know what? Regardless of what I'm going through, regardless of the circumstances I've been faced with, regardless of the cards that have been dealt against me, regardless of the dumb mistakes that I've made, regardless of what I could have done better or what I should have done better, I'm still gonna get up. I'm gonna look in the mirror, I'm gonna tell myself I'm confident, I'm strong, and I have the ability to move past this. That takes energy. It takes energy to really tell yourself, regardless of where I'm at right now, I know God got me going somewhere that's way bigger than where I'm currently standing. So let's get up and let's do this shit. That takes energy. That takes effort. That takes a conscious choice. But that's the version of ourselves that we want to birth. The old version of ourselves, dog, we want to kill it right now. Version of ourselves is just so addicted to worrying and so stressed and just comfortable just being in our head 24/7 and not putting God first. The version of myself that want to be in control of every little thing, and as a result of us want to be in control of everything, we don't have control over nothing anyway, so nothing is getting done except for just wasteful thoughts and rumination and toxic thought loops. We gotta kill that version of ourselves, dog. We need to be paying more attention and pouring into the version of ourselves that has faith. We need to be pouring into the version of myself that has confidence that I am highly favored and I'm highly capable of achieving anything that I put my mind to, regardless of how far out of reach this thing may seem, or this item that I want to attain may seem, or this financial goal that I have, regardless of how far out of reach it may seem. We want to be able to tap into that version of ourselves that has that confidence, that confidence, and the spirituality, the strong spirituality that lets us know I'm going to do it. Not I can do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get there. The thing is already mine. The job is mine, the car is mine, the field is mine, the bag is mine, the success is mine. It's already mine. It's not about a matter of worrying about when I will get it or how I will get it or how life will be better once I get it, because life is already good. It's already within me. We gotta kill that old version of myself. We got to. Everything we want and desire is at the end of the work that it's gonna take to become the best versions of ourselves. Being who you have been thus far hasn't changed anything for you. It just made you more comfortable in your cycle of worrying and being stuck. So how about we kill the old versions of ourselves and give birth to a new version of ourselves that's ready to evolve, that's willing to let go of whatever is not serving them so that we can evolve, that's willing to make the sacrifice of comfort and pleasure, and willing to indulge into the pain that it's going to take, the pain and suffering and hard work and grit that it's going to take to get on top of that mountain. You can't climb on top of the mountain without enduring suffering and pain and agony and muscle fatigue. It's going to take that. Or you can stand at the bottom of the mountain and never get to the top and see the beautiful view from up there. You know how much character development it's gonna take to really climb that mountain and see the top of it? You know how much maturity it's gonna take to be willing to climb that climb? But that's the version of ourselves that we really have to tap into. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that's fearful. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that continuously sabotages our own. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that continuously sabotages our own potential success. Sometimes we get so scared that we can actually do what we want to do. We'll sabotage ourselves. That's the version of ourselves that we gotta kill, man. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that's crashing out, that's making excuses, that don't have no dignity, that don't have no self-respect. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that people pleases. We gotta kill the version of ourselves that see all the red flags in the situation, or see all the wrong in the situation, but yet we still indulge. Because that's what our flesh wants, or that's what we want for a quick hit of dopamine. That version of ourselves, dog, has to die. Going into the new year, we need the most strongest version of ourselves. We need the most developed version of ourselves. And development is going to occur every day, but you have to be willing to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I'm in development right now. I'm not gonna drink today, I'm not gonna smoke today. I'm not gonna be laid up with my girl all day, or with the girl that's not my girl all day, but we doing stuff like this, my girl. You feel me? I'm not gonna stay on the game all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna not go to the gym today. 2025, man, we gotta really get into our bag. We gotta birth a new version of ourselves. We gotta leave this old version of ourselves behind. It can't come with us. We'll never get to where we wanna get. And we trying to take our bad cousin with us. And we trying to take our dysfunctional cousin with us. Shed that old skin, man. Stop crying over the spilled milk. Stop crying and complaining over the stuff that you can't control. Stop being so hesitant on making the decisions that you know you need to make just because they tough. Make those tough decisions. Make those sacrifices. Cut those people off. Cut those habits off. Leave those old environments. Stop talking to those people. Get off of social media. Pick up the Quran. Pick up your Bible. Start seeking a spiritual relationship with whoever your higher power is. The old version of ourselves is just walking through the world, trying to control everything and have everything our way. That old version of ourselves that just want to have everything our way without doing the diligent work that it takes, it has to die. But I really want to just get this point across, that old version of ourselves that's stuck in the same cycle of depression, sadness, anxiety, and poverty, and hopelessness. That version of ourselves, it has to die. We gotta tap into this version of ourselves that sees optimism in any situation. We gotta tap into the version of ourselves that's gonna get over any hurdle or any obstacle, any one of them. We gotta tap into that version of ourselves that understands our value and understands our strength and understands our confidence and understands our self-worth and understands that I'm not regular. I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them chosen ones. I'm highly favored and I'm anointed. I can't do what everybody else do because I don't have the same responsibilities as everybody else do. I can't participate in the things that everybody else participate in because I gotta lead by example. I got a standard that I gotta set. I got a job that everybody cannot do. I got a certain responsibility for me. So I can't behave like everybody else behaves. I can't get away with the stuff that everybody else gets away with. That's the version of ourselves that we gotta tap into and start to understand. It's all about evolution and growth, a growth mindset. Not staying stuck and being content with where we are and our behaviors. Now, it's late, y'all. I'm kind of tired, but I got my hair braided, I got my hair cut. I feel like I'm becoming somebody new. I feel like I'm shedding my old skin. So while I'm in this moment, I just wanted to make sure I made a video and tell somebody else, man, get up, dust yourself off, pick yourself up, get back to, not even get back, reinvent yourself, shift your identity. The old you is dying. Now it's just time for you to go ahead and actually kill it and give birth to the new version of yourself that's waiting for all the potential and success that's been destined for you.